Hey everyone, happy Monday-Runday. Welcome. Hey everyone, happy Monday-Runday. I wanted to get the GG1 rolling before we start things tonight. Let's bring her back in. There we go. All right, how's everyone doing tonight? I saw we had a bunch of people come in. Yes, it's GG1 night. I've been in a GG1 mood for a while just because of recent events and things like that. I've been lots of a whole lot of GG1 action. So give me 1 second. Just want to check on something really quick. Oh, can you guys hear me all right? Hopefully everything's working. Had some technical issues earlier, but hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Or can someone let me know? Yep, audio is good. Awesome, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I broke my mic stand earlier. Here, let me get me in frame there. There we go. Shoo. Yeah, I thought I broke my mic cable earlier, but yeah, whoops. But yeah, I'm here. Happy Monday Run Day, and we have a bunch of people in chat already. Yeah, I just wanted to run the GG1. Where is it in frame? Let's get her in frame. So here, I'll use the clicker. They put her. Whoop. No, you got to go the other way. We'll get her right here. All right. Tell her to stop. And where's? There we go. All right, come on. Oh, a little bit more. Come on, you got this. All right, good enough. I think we shorted down there, but she's right here. Put these down so I don't break them. So yeah, GG1 night. I've got a lot of crazy GG1 stuff in the making for this week. Huh, as my mic stand decides to fall off my desk. That's absolutely awesome. Give me a second while I fix this. If it wants to be fixed, I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, I'll hope it doesn't fall. That's just lovely. All right. So yeah, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna mute this really quick. I'm gonna fix this mic stand. All right, there we go. Can you guys hear me all right? Yeah, mic stand was getting ready to fall off my desk. Absolutely great. Always fun. Live streams are always full of surprises. So yeah, let me go to the top of the chat. We had a bunch of people come in. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Yep. Awesome. So sorry about that. I thought something fell on the mic stand. I've been doing lots of scenery work up here and I just noticed it was like really loose and the mic stand fell off my desk. It's like, cool. Sweet. So a bunch of people in here. Go all the way back to the beginning. Holy crap. We have Sly Cat first. He wrote 8:14. Yep. Started a minute early this time. T4, how's it going? Doing great. Lehigh Valley Model Railroader. Hey, Brian Rock, how's it going? And Brian Rock again. John Saxon, how's it going? Jamie Macon's in the house. Hello. Let's see. Who else we got? Lehigh Valley said hello to everyone. Robert, how's it going? Watching Annabelle Creation tonight. It's the scariest movie I've seen in a while. That movie it's chilling, I would say. It's a good one. Sean, it's Gigi one night. Yes, it is. Yeah, she may be small, but she packs a punch. Um, Radar, happy Monday. North Penn Steam, how's it going? Good evening, everyone. Can't wait for the train show at Allentown. I got a story about that. Unfortunately, I can't make that show. Nikki actually reminded me. She's like, "Hey, you have an event to go to on Saturday," and I was just like, "Oh man," because I was in the making of going to that show. I was trying to plan it out with someone, and it fell through. And it's an event that's been planned for months, and I totally forgot about it. But you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. um, oh yeah, prior commitment. North Penn, hello. David Stevens, how's it going? Ozark looks and sounds good. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just a lot of crazy stuff happening up here. Florida, Railroad Dog, how's it going? Oops, just saw some flashing out the window. That was crazy. Um, Raylan, how's it going? I think I'm almost caught up with comments. I think. If I miss anything, you guys can holler back at me. Gus is here. Hey, I'll talk to you a little bit later. I got some questions to ask you. Mile High, how's it going? Florida Railroad said, "Hey Gus." Sean's Trains, I got a free ticket if anyone needs one. Sean, I'm so sorry, man. it's um it's like I said, Nikki reminded me, she's like, "Hey, that event's this weekend." It's like, "Oh, great." It's like, man, we'll have fun though. It'll be a great weekend for everyone. I've got some adventure stuff planned for Saturday with this party. It should be a lot of fun. Um, Probably lots of adult beverages involved and exploring and running trains. So we're gonna run some trains as well. I might bring some trains over. I'm not sure yet. Depends. Depends if I get a new engine this week or not. I might bring it over to the party to run. So we'll have to see. Sly Cat, getting ready for the Christmas since it's warm outside, lights on the house. That would have been a great idea. I'm actually off this Thursday for Veterans Day, and that's a great idea. Maybe start setting up some of the Christmas stuff. Like Halloween, unfortunately, this year I didn't set up, and you guys would have seen it. I would have done a video, and I had a bunch of video ideas for doing like practical props. I love practical effects like fog machines, lighting techniques, painting, all that stuff. And totally missed the boat this year because of the weather. The weather is just so awful. It's like rainy and nasty, but it's all good. We're in Christmas season. It's meant to be cold. I like this colder weather. I can do more exploring. Like everything's dying back again, so it's excellent. Lehigh Valley. I was working on my Lion Master SD80 Mac because it wasn't smoking. It took all apart. Everything was fine. Most gave up until I hit 0, which resets the decoder. Smokes perfectly. Yeah, the only issue I've had with smoking units, using. Well, my desk said hello, and this stuff right here, this Proto Smoke. It's the cinnamon roll. It's kind of old. The viscosity of this is a little bit I guess it would be uh I don't know. It's a thicker viscosity. So this will clog up fan smokers, but any of the chuff smokers you'll be perfectly fine. But it smells nice. I think it's just like new old stock proto smoke, probably from like a couple years ago. But if you guys are using fan smokers, I definitely recommend just use JT's in this bottle. Tons of fluid, flavors, and smells, and got a little bit of everything for everyone. But I recommend using JT's. I've never had a problem with it. Even adding too much, it seems to burn out pretty fast, and it's just a lighter material. Oh, John, the Allentown show is usually a great show. Been there many times. Oh man, you guys are killing me. I've never been to the Allentown show. A couple of my friends are saying that's a good one, and I might buy an engine this week. You guys will find out. Either I think Wednesday. Uh, yeah, Wednesday. I'm probably buying a new engine. It's gonna be a lot of fun. They're touchy and sensitive. Yeah, yeah. I was in my K4, which she is right there. Oh, right there. The fan smoker clogged up with the smoke fluid, and I just had to push the little fan blade down, and then I think I used a little can of air and blasted it out, so I didn't have to take the whole thing apart. Worked out great. I just used a screwdriver and can of air or compressed air. Robert said, "One thing I don't understand is the characters in this movie." He's talking about the Annabelle movie. Keep going back to the haunted room, explore the house at night. Oh, geez. Yeah, no fun. It's cold here in South Florida. Just broke 67. I would take that. I mean, it's been in the 30s. Actually, Saturday when I went on an adventure with a really good friend of mine, it was like 22. We got up to the location in New York and everything was frozen. The trees were actually like it reminded me of a Christmas story when you see the trees in the Christmas Day scene. All the trees are white and covered with ice. Very similar to that. It actually wicked all the water out of the trees, turned everything white. It's pretty crazy. I use JT Mega Steam. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's affordable. It lasts a while, and plus you get that nice eye drop pipette to really get into some of these smoke units that I feel like sometimes are impossible with the normal Lionel smoke pour, and also Lionel smoke fluid. If it's not odorless, it kind of stinks. Like to have my smoke in style, I guess. Oh man, Ozark. This is great, Lehigh Bottom. Oh, glad you got that smoke unit fixed. Yeah, yeah, me too. And those are scary. I mean, smoke unit breaks, your heart kind of sinks because it's like, how much am I have to put out for this thing? It's like $100 fix, $200 fix. Is something wrong with the board? You never know. But yeah, I'm glad you're able to get that fixed. Not in the mood to go down on Thanksgiving. Jeez. They had to turn away vendors this time. It was so packed, or so it will be packed. Oh, man, you guys are killing me. I'm so sorry. I wish I could go because, like I said, I'm buying an engine this week. So obviously, if if I was going to that show, I wouldn't be buying an engine. I'd be going to that show and saving my money. But I've got a really good opportunity to buy a really cool little. It's a steam engine. Unless you guys beg me, I won't give you too many details. But it's a steam engine. It's going to be really cool up here. It's 027 too, but it's loaded. Oh, just lost a bunch of comments. All right, Florida Railroad. I'm going to a swap meet this weekend. Hopefully, I can find something good. Man, those are so much fun. It's like the Kutztown, Pennsylvania shows that I went to. It's like a flea market. There's just tables of mostly O gauge and HO trains. It's so much fun. Radar. Anyone still use Super Smoke anymore? Oh, who made Super Smoke? Why does that sound so familiar? If you can refresh me on that. I've seen that, but it's been a long time. Oh god, T4. What engine are you looking for, Nick? Steam engine. Um, or I'll tell you this, it's a Hudson. It's 027 Hudson that a local shop has literally just a few miles away from my place. I was there yesterday looking through some scenic stuff to build my pond, which is now like a swamp because all of the scenic water decided to leak out onto the floor. So it's now a swamp. It's like things you learn, you know. But yeah, I was looking through some boxes and I was like, "Oh, I get paid tomorrow night. How much is that?" And he's like, "This price." And I was like, "Oh man, it's." If I told him, I said, "If it's still here, it's going with me." So yeah, it's gonna be fun, a lot of fun. Mile High. I fixed up a couple smoke units this weekend as well. Now they smoke a little too much or too well. No such things. The more smoke, the better. I like doing those old smoker conversions with post-war engines. You take out the what's that? I forgot the name of that smoke. It's not the resistor smoker. It's the other that usually are caked up with smoke pellet stuff. I usually take that out, put a resistor smoker in, put the cap back on, solder it to itself so it grounds out and it runs beautifully. All my post-war engines are converted to liquid smoke and they work great. Work really well. Lehigh Valley. It was warm today. Yeah, it was a little toasty outside compared to what we've been dealing with recently. Yeah, it's been great. David Stevens, can't wait for Allentown. This will be my York for me since I missed York. Oh, man, I really wish I could go this year. David, what's going on? Just was working on some Lionel decals. Video coming soon. Oh man, yeah, my a little shack. One of the shacks you gave me with the open door. It's now lighted. Here, I've got a picture of it. Um, let's see. There you go, right there. It's kind of hard to see, but oh, if it auto focuses on me, come on. Focus. You got this. You can kind of see the shack has a light in it now. I can show you guys a little bit later, but it will be in the layout update for this week. I'm hoping to get a layout update filming this Friday or Saturday of this week. Get that out in time. But I have a little bit more things I like to do before presenting a layout update. But the layout's been coming along very smoothly, actually. A lot of things are going well, almost too well compared to the last layout I had. But you know, a lot of ballasting, a lot of glue, a lot of fun things like that. I like to do some tutorials on some scenic stuff to show you guys what I do. Robert, let's see. I saw your comment here. Gotta go back a little bit. Ripped a giant hole in my sheet in the layout. Was trying to screw down the track, but it didn't work out. Screwed it down because it made some track lower higher than others. Oh man. Sean, my Zephyr is impossible without a needle applicator. Lionel gives you a pipette, which is 10 times too big for the hole. Oh man. And that engine's gorgeous. That thing is it's like it looks like a boat, like a streamlined boat. It's really cool. But yeah, even Lionel, I've seen reviews like Eric Strains did the whole refrigerator cars or like steaming refrigerator or whatever cars a while back, and he had to use like a needle to fill those smokers up too. And I think he modified one so he could access it easier or something like that. It's pretty crazy. NEC Jersey Rail fan, how's it going? Did see your comment. I have to respond to that for the I believe it was the one of the videos I posted recently, but welcome to the channel. David Stevens, I'll be there on Sunday. Is Allentown a 2-day show? Is that a Saturday, Sunday type show? Did you guys see JT's Mega Steam stain remover to remove residue on your engines if you overfill? I have not seen that before, but that's actually a cool idea. Ozark went to a swap meet this past weekend and picked up a couple MKT. Oh, love that. Lionel covered hopper, Lionel tank car. Also picked up a Lionel Lines dump truck. Oh man, that is pretty cool. Radar Diddy, it's made in Lancaster. Oh, that's probably where I've seen it. I've seen them at the Strasbourg train shop, probably. But no, I haven't used that stuff. I've been mostly using like JTs and Proto Smoke forever. Even the Lionel stuff, I've had really bad experiences with Lionel smoke fluid in the white bottle that they give you. I've had some fires happen in some of my engines, but it's all good. Oh, Lehigh Valley. TMCC rail sounds equipped on the Hudson. Yes. It's a sweet train. It's old. I mean, it's got rail sounds, I think 2.0, but it's a sweet little engine. Very cool lighted shed. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'll ship like a Shrek inside the shack coming out in the swamp, but that'd be hilarious. I have not posted a video before. I'll probably be looking more than buying. Yeah, David, I understand that. Yeah, enjoying your new series. Oh man, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yep, 2 days. Nice. Anyone here going to the Greenberg show in Edison, New Jersey? Um, yeah, when is that show? That'd be awesome. November 27th and 28th. I'll have to definitely check that out. Railfan Roger, how's it going? I'll have to check my funding because I'm like, it's weird. I've got enough money to spend on this engine. Mostly I got the green light from Nikki because she liked the engine as well. It's not She likes Polar Express and the engine. I will say this. I believe the whistle in this engine, the TMCC or Rail Sounds whistle, is very close to the sound of the Polar Express. And the video I found of someone running this particular engine sounded and looked just like the Polar Express because they're running it with other cars. It's not a Berkshire, but it's a Hudson. But I thought it'd be cool. Holy swamp. Oh man. Oh, it's all good, rail fan Roger. No worries. No one's ever late. Everyone's on time. No such thing as being late or early to the stream. Ah, it's good. Got coffee tonight in the Old Bay mug. This thing's pretty sweet. I wish it was a little bit larger, but it does the trick. Gonna watch this movie, might pop back in later. If you get scared, this stream shouldn't be too scary. I mean, unless a train falls off the table here, but it's all good. So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff coming out this week. I'm actually gonna change up the lighting a little bit. The green's messing with my screen. Green screen. Give me a second here. Gotta wait for the lights to connect. Used it back in the 90s when I got my trains back up in 2020. The first ran a 2065 post-war steam engine. Smoked right away without me adding fluid. Whoa. I was running trains and my PRR H10 derailed on my switch. I hate Lionel fast track switches. I think you're not the only one that says that. I've heard many stories, even with some of the larger channels. The switches, I've heard more issues with the command switches than the manual switches. And some guys actually prefer the manual switches over the command switches. But the price of everything is, I mean, unless you find like a deal like what I got with this track, like a oh, what do you call it? Like a lot sale. Like someone says like, um, hey, I've got a whole box of track on eBay for a set price. That's the best way to do it. It would be a lot of fun. They pick the switch. There is a fix. Here, we'll do deep dive, which is like fan favorite here. Whoops, the lights aren't connecting. Excellent. Let's see. Railroad Dog. Have any of you guys have the 466T? I want to get one, especially the 1945. I do not have that. There we go. That's Those are my colors right there. Um, where's my remote? Got my light remote somewhere. I guess it's not here. It's on my workbench, which is a total mess right now. Was at Perryville Sunday, and someone donated a Lionel Harry Potter train. Oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, this week I've got a rail adventure. Um, I traveled pretty far away to meet up with a good friend of mine to do some sightseeing on some abandoned. Well, we don't want to call them abandoned locomotives because they're not really abandoned. They know that they're there. We were calling them forgotten locomotives in the woods, and that video will be out hopefully. I'm hoping this weekend, if not Monday of next week. Something related to do with this engine right or locomotive right here. We'll have to see what happens with the scheduling and everything. I got some videos coming out for up here. I'm going to have at least the review on this locomotive right here out and her set of cars, which you guys will see. And I've got to splice that all together. I'm going to try to put that out tomorrow. So I'm going to have a GG1 review out tomorrow for you guys. And I found out this is really cool. So I give you guys a little bit of a scoop. I always like saying the live streams are like you guys get, you know, kind of like the inside scoop of Nick's Crossing. I give you guys some tips and, foreshadowing of my videos or, kind of like a sneak peek. It's the best way to say it. Did you guys get the GG1? No, I've had her for a while. Tom Strains. Let's see some smoke. I hope not. Out of this, no, it'd be really bad. Let me read through the rest of the comments really quick. I wonder if he had a Lionel Strasberg set. I'm not sure. Debating on running NS 1071 or CSX 3194. What do you think I should run? NS 1071. Oh man. But no, this is not a new locomotive. So the cool thing with this engine, locomotive, it's not an engine. So it's like falling into a hole. So this locomotive and her set of cars is actually part of the 75-year anniversary set of the GG1, not Lionel, but the GG1. This set came out in 2010. So when I bought it new, it was actually given to me as a birthday Christmas gift for I mean, I didn't get any gifts that year. Like Christmas roll or birthday rolled by, Christmas rolled by. We celebrated Easter growing up and then graduation and all that fun stuff. Like every year my parents would get me like a gift if I got like decent grades and I didn't fail out of school. This was like the gift. So I was doing some research the other night because I went out exploring some locomotives maybe that look similar to this. And I found out that this is the anniversary set. Didn't know that. I've had this set since 2010. So what, 12 years? I had no idea I had a GG1 anniversary set. And this set is very similar to the post-war. It has dual Pullmore motors, operating pantographs, which are so much fun. A couple other features got the horn and the bell, no TMCC, which is my only complaint. But I did a full in-depth review of this locomotive, and it, like I said, I had no idea. I've had this engine locomotive for 12 years. I had no idea it was an anniversary set, and it was a decent price for. I think it was a decent price, but it was still expensive. Out of a smokestack. Oh no. Oh man. It's a very popular rail fan spot. Which one are you talking about? Rail fan Roger, which rail fan spot are you talking about? Oh, Perryville, Maryland. Okay. Yeah, that is a good spot. They go right over the bridge, right? That's after Havity Grace, right? Havity Grace is cool because it goes over that bridge. All the Amtrak Northeast corridors right there. And everything just zooms right over the Susquehanna River. Is it? Yeah, Susquehanna River. Let me fix this camera really quick. Is it a post-war celebration series? No, it's actually like um its own thing, and I actually kind of complained about it in my video because the celebration EP5 right there is fully equipped with TMCC, rail sounds, operating couplers, all that stuff. And this engine is newer by a few years, by like 6 years, and it does not have anything except it's all conventional. So I think they did it on purpose, but it's kind of interesting. Here, let me fix this. There we go. Sweet. They plan on replacing the 115-year-old bridge. It's only 115 years old. GG1s are absolute tanks. This thing is a tank. It's here. Let me get. I thought the lights would be better, but let me change them to be a little bit brighter for you guys. We'll do summertime. There we go. That looks cool. So yeah, this is all die cast. Like I said, I'll get into it in that review that I still have to edit. It's gonna be a lot of editing, lots of cuts and things. I'm sure you guys have run into that before. But yeah, 12 years ago. Yeah, actually I bought this, well, was given this engine Thanksgiving. Well, it would have been Black Friday 2010. And that's the Bluetooth speaker cut now. Yeah. Black Friday 2010. Every Black Friday for the last 24 years, I've gone to Strasbourg to watch trains, ride the trains, do all kinds of stuff. And it's been like a family tradition. Every year I'd probably get like a train or a car, something like that. But this year in particular, they had the GG1 sitting on the back shelves in the Strasbourg train shop. And I was like, hey, can we get it? And my dad was like, no way, it's too expensive. And I think I was like turning like 16 or something. My birthday's around that time of year. And he's like, whatever, he's like, we'll work it out. He's like, cut the lawn, do chores. We'll work it out. It's very expensive for like, it was like, I think it was an MSRP 500 bucks. Strasbourg actually sold it for 500, but it came with the locomotive and three Madison cars, which are right there, that are pretty cool. The locomotive it's been around for a while, and this locomotive actually caught on fire a couple times because of just the motors arcing up. With After like cleaning everything out, I used CRC like motor cleaner, or actually it was the armature lubricant, and it didn't like it. It actually had a flare up. The whole engine chassis caught on fire, and I had this thing going around the tracks with a big old fireball shooting out of it. But it works. It works great. Have you seen any of the Amtrak 50th anniversary locos? I know one guy who has, Jay from JP Videos caught one the other day. He caught the bloody nose variation going through Pittston Yard, if that sounds about right. But yeah, it had bloody nose scheme is like the vintage scheme, like the whole front is like almost like this color of my mug, that color red, and it's like an orangish. It looks like blood red, but nope, I have not seen any anniversary vehicle or locomotives. But now I would love to. It'd be kind of cool. I've seen one heritage unit that was the Penn Central. I did a video on that at the Taylor Yards in Taylor, PA. That was a lot of fun. A lot of people to see that one. I think the video only has like 150 views. Pretty crazy, but if you guys want, check it out. It's a cool mini rail fan experience there. I have to ask Jay about that. Should be 161. Oh, you have it in N scale. Jeez. The original silver and blue. Yeah, the bloody nose scheme. I believe that was like a probably 60s, 70s scheme with those GE. Oh God, I'm gonna get killed by some of you guys. I know it was a GE engine. I don't know the number of it, but I remember seeing those in like books and magazines from like Model Railroader back in the day. But yeah, they had the old scheme on there, and those engines, I think they had a lot of traction issues and things like that because of just too much weight in the back of them. I forgot. There's some weird story. I forgot the locomotive number, but a lot of the guys hated operating them and they weren't very efficient. So, phase 5. SD40F. Here, let me look it up. That sound it's some weird engine. There's a guy's channel on YouTube. It's all Amtrak. I think it's Amtrak guy. Um Pretty crazy. The Avila. I've seen Acellas fly by where I used to live all the time, but I've not seen the Avila. I've I've seen pictures and videos of the Siemens Charger, which is like the craziest, weirdest name for an engine ever. P30C. Let me look these up. Yep, that's them. The P30CH. That's one of them. I do remember seeing those. Oh man, it might have been like the early '90s, and a lot of. Well, actually, sorry. The one of the train simulator games had the P30s in there. I forgot. It might have been Trains 2004, 2005 had it in there, and then that was like my favorite locomotive to run because it said Amtrak on it. I was really happy. And we look up the other engine you were saying, the SD40F. Mhm. That's yeah, that might be. I think there's another one that's like in between those two. If you crossbred the P30 and the SD40F, that would be the engine. It's something in between there. I'm so sorry. ALC 42 is the newest locomotive. Oh man, like yeah, I love the Genesis look. I remember when Genesis engines came out. I remember seeing one at the Strasbourg, or was it Choo Choo Barn? I had one running around the outer loop with a bunch of Amtrak cars. I always thought that was so cool, and it was all silver, not the like the blue scheme that they have. And I never bought one. I've always wanted one, but I don't own any Amtrak um, passenger engines. I've got an RS3 somewhere in this mess of a layout room. Is it back there? I thought she'd be up on the shelf, but no, she's not on the shelf. Nope. It's probably underneath the table somewhere. But it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I've got a lot going on this week with videos. If you guys you can see some of the work I've been doing. This is all ballasted in, and this rock isn't going anywhere. It's all um, pretty stable. I mean, there's some patches here and there, if you guys know. Oh god, close up of the GG1. All right, we'll do that in a second. Amtrak Amtrak bought diesel locos in this order: SDP 40F, P30, F F40 PH dash 8s, P42s. I have a feeling it was. I have no idea. It's Amtrak guy. I watched some of his videos, and it was like he talked about it being like one of the least liked locomotives, and also I think it didn't have air conditioning. Was that it? Yeah, it didn't have air conditioning nor heat. It didn't have HVAC. So these poor guys are riding in the summertime with the windows down while the passengers are enjoying like air conditioning. They're just living it up. And these engineers are out like hanging out the window. Like I think they had one that the one of the engineers broke the window out so you could get some air in the front and just run it out the side. It was like really crazy. But yeah, we'll move the camera here in a second. I'll get you a close up of the GG1. But yeah, if you guys have ever done ballasting, I actually found out a really cool technique. Um, Kind of saw it off of Eric's trains a while ago, like years and years and years ago. Um, the way he ballasted his track, he bought the fancy underlayment stuff to use his Atlas track, and the roadbed stuff, that rubber roadbed, can be very expensive. So with this track, because I'm using the real tracks, it already has a roadbed, and I just didn't like the gray plastic. So what I did was, if you guys have ever ballasted or done any scenery work, a little tedious, but I poured some out just enough to cover up the roadbed. And then used my finger and actually swept across the tie to make sure I have some ties exposed. And on the inside, I filled every little gap where the ties go across, those little pockets where you can see gray. I just put a little bit of stone. Then I actually used denatured alcohol in a spray bottle. Actually have my fancy Woodland Scenics spray bottle right here. These are great. They have like two settings. Um, yeah, I use denatured alcohol, sprayed it down, and then I use just I don't know where it's at. Yeah, here it is. Normal school glue right here. This is the best stuff ever. Elmer school glue and a little um excuse me. I bought like one single mini bottle, used that on some scenery stuff, emptied about half of it out, do a 50-50 mix with water. It can be like warm water or lukewarm, but just mix it up. And then when you apply the glue, it actually sinks down through the ballast because you've already sprayed it with alcohol. So you spray this, then you apply your glue, you actually see it sink in, and it's dry within 24 hours. I believe the alcohol helps with the drying process as well to evaporate the water because it's denatured alcohol. So this stuff's actually probably the best ballast job I've ever done because of that process. With the tubular track, I went through probably like maybe 10 pounds of ballast. Up here, I've only used 1 3/4 cartons, and I'm already, man, maybe like halfway done the layout. It's pretty cool. Did you hear of the CN 731 or 7312 coming back to service? No, I did not hear about that. Mile High. I use the same technique to ballast my rail tracks. Looks nice, but takes forever. Yeah. Yeah. And like the carpal tunnel for like doing this in between each like rail or each tie. Oh man, scenery stuff can be very tedious. A lot of fun, right? Elmer's school glue works great and still tastes good. I mix it with alcohol. Jeez. I prefer Bailey's. Oh man, you guys are great. Old center blocks for gravel or ballast. That's actually a cool idea. Honestly, like, some people use kitty litter. And you may say, like, man, kitty litter, like what the heck? But they use it sounds weird. It's like non-emulsifying kitty litter. So like kitty litter, when it's basically like a clay material. So when it gets wet, it emulsifies into a like a rock. It All that clay just kind of becomes like a clump. But some people will use it for ballast and some other scenery stuff. It's actually a very inexpensive way to ballast your track because a big thing of kitty litter is like 15 bucks compared to like a shaker being $15, like this. Like a shaker like this was $11, but this is very old. Look at the old logo. Look at that old logo on there. Isn't that crazy? So compared to, well, I think all the other stuff I have is old logos. But yeah, it's got the really, really old, um, very like 90s looking logo on there. It's pretty cool. Nick, I may have missed it. What have you used for ballast? I just use Woodland Scenics for O gauge. This is the coarse ballast, gray mix, I think. It has a little bit of the darker gray, lighter gray in it. Looks really nice, but I have used like a custom batch from, oh man, I forgot the supplier, but one of my local shops. It's actually the shop I'm getting this engine from. He would mix it up and weigh it out himself, and it was a lot cheaper. But it was Northeast Corridor. That was like his color scheme. It had more black and grays to it, so it was pretty cool. I mean, it looked nice. That's what I had up on the upper loop of the old layout. But that's what I use for ballast. It costs a fortune, but you pay for it once, and it's there for hopefully forever. My hobby shop uses kitty litter and it actually looks really good. Yeah, that's true. I haven't tried it personally, but whoever owned this track before me used kitty litter and I had to scrape it all off. It was a pain and it was it was insane. Oh man. That's good as long as you don't have a cat might decide to use it. Oh no. Yeah, Gemma's actually pretty good. Our cat, she actually crawled up in town right here as I was working in the pond, which is like right here. And she was just watching me work. She's been very cool with scenic stuff. I just don't want her up on the layout when it's all fully, you know, bedazzled with scenery and cars and lights because she'll put like paw prints in town, especially when I build the road. When I pave out my roads using spackle, I don't want like crusty, paw crusts, Mystic, what's going on? Hey, how's it going? Matt, what's going on, man? But yeah, yeah, Matt's building a railroad too. Matt PG, he's in the HO craze, the hoe scale, and it's looking fun. I mean, it's every time I go over to see the layout or his platform, it changes, and that's always so much fun. And actually, Matt helped me build the majority of my track plan. Like any of the things outside the ordinary here, uh, like all the switches and things like that. Matt really helped out, and we were running. He was like crawling under the table and everything. It was so much fun. But yeah, oh, we can't help it. Yeah, I know the feeling. So it's a lot of fun. I'll say, Matt, if you're free on Wednesday, you can go with me to buy my new engine. If you're free Wednesday night, glad you can make it to Reading Rail fan. What's up? He's back. Nathan, five chime, Chris, what's going on, buddy? Hi, Nick. Has anyone tried Brennan's Better Ballast? No, it sounds like a pancake mix, doesn't it? I thought it said Brennan's better, better batter. I don't know. I'm a goofball, but yeah, it sounds like a pancake mix or muffin mix. But no, I have not tried it. I'll have to check into it because I have some cool ideas with using ballast in my cars and such. Um, I don't have it here. One of the train shows, if David is still here, DB Tech, uh, one of the shows we went to, they were giving us free. Still, they had a trash can set up in the middle of the the show, and they were actually throwing away scenic items. And I actually got bags of real coal, and I actually used that to add into. Yeah, he's still here. I actually used that to put in some of my hoppers. And what I did, I made a liner using grocery bags left at whole and actually filled it up with coal, sprayed denatured alcohol, added glue, and it actually hardened. And if I want to take the load out, I just literally take the bag and take the bag out of the hopper. It doesn't damage the car. Add some weight to them as well. Those well, they're like MPC era ore hoppers or ore cars. They're a lot of fun. Whoa, the chat is flying. I gotta catch up. um Sean, it never ends. I am starting my second layout in another room. Oh man, I gotta check that out. One of these days I'll get over there, hopefully soon. And hopefully you can check out this layout as well. Be a lot of fun. David Stevens, have a good night, everyone. Work comes very early tomorrow. Yeah, especially with that time change. Is anyone else suffering from the time change? I'm definitely taking a like I don't know, it's like a weird it's like a trance. It's like a trance hit of time because your whole clock is torn, torn in half. But yeah, David, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Matt, sounds delicious. Yeah, the better batter. Lehigh River sub. What's going on? How's it going? Oh wait, hold up. I used it on my last railroad. Good ballast for sure. Yeah, I'll have to check them out because ballast, as you guys know, well, actually, all scenic material is pretty expensive. You can find any way. Woodland Scenic, I will say, Woodland Scenic makes a good product, but it's way expensive. But it is a good product. Oh, look at that! I'm turning orange. Oh no, making you hungry. My friend used actual dirt for certain parts of his layout. Hey, that works too. I mean, dirt's dirt. Ballast is ballast. Whatever works. I actually used aquarium rocks on the last layout I had for like riprap and stuff like that. Used aquarium rocks. Worked out very nicely. Missed. Hey, you should come down to the Reading. Oh, the Reading Society of Model Engineers. Yes. There's actually um two of my friends went to that. Randy from Emerald Sound Production and also RJ from RJ78. They both went to that. They had a great time. Oh, November open. I was to say October's gone, unfortunately. I love October. It's one of my favorite months. Oh, Matt's editing and uploading. I know the pain. I'll be editing tonight pretty late. Lehigh River, I hate the time change. Yeah, me too. It just messes with everything. Screw daylight savings time. Well, you know what's funny? I think daylight savings time was actually created because of railroads, and it was like unequal shipping times and stuff like that. They had like it was inefficient shipping or something like that. But I think times tables were created because of railroads. It's kind of the irony in that, right? Love this time change. It's the one in the spring. Oh yeah, the spring one's worse. It just throws me off. It's not like the despise of like humanity or the the loathing of humanity. It's just something that just gets thrown in there. Time change had me up at 6 a.m. Yeah, same. It had me up at like 5. Same deal. 6 o'clock. It's too early. Oops, missed some other comments real quick. Same here, Jamie. Love the hour gain. Hate the hour loss. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, you're a member there. Okay, cool. So you met those guys, the goofballs. No, no, we love RJ and Randy. They're great people. I'll see them this weekend. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Catching up on some comments here. Did you go to the train show in Walnutport, PA? I did not, unfortunately. Brian Rock on November 18, 1883, America's railroads began using a standard time system involving four time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. Yep, that's our fault. Whoops. Things have really slowed down this past week at work. Not sure what the deal is. Ooh, I grab real ballast from the yard and have my grandkids hammer it into little rocks. It's like, oh man, hey, if those kids have fun doing it, I mean, just let them do it rather than getting in trouble. Here's a hammer, here's some safety goggles. Have at it. We used to play. You know what? When I was a kid, we used to play in the dirt. We loved it. Going outside, going in the woods, acting like fools, running around with like cap guns and stuff. Now it's like kids play with their video games. I mean, we had video games too. Like, trust me, I love video games back in the day. But we'd have our time, and at a certain time, when the street light we had one street light in the court. When the street light would come on, we would know it'd be time to go in. We'd be like, "Oh, the light's on. Let's go inside." I mean, I also play with trains, but not as much. My one friend that I grew up with did not like trains as much as me, and I'd always show him my layout, and he would just be like, "Oh, that's it? Like that's all it does?" I'm like, But there's trains. I love trains. He's just like, nah, I don't get it. Railroad started standard time. Okay. Wasn't so hot for NCL. Got four houses though, lots of used HO. Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot more HO now, surprisingly. But I mean, I kind of understand O gauge and scale can be very pricey compared to what you get for HO. But HO stuff's actually gaining up in price. It's meeting, some of the new stuff is like as much as some of the older stuff with all the sounds and all that. So it's catching up slowly but surely. George Hudson came up with the daylight savings time. Oh no. They had an M&M Little Joe engine still running. Mystic, I have no grandkids, so Woodland Scenics for me. Hey, that's the way to do it. I feel like that stuff has gone up in price too, like all the Woodland Scenics. Because the little shakers I bought, well, the typical what 1 quart shakers that I got were they're like $14 a piece. So it's like, oh man, I just bit the bullet. I was like, okay, I need four of these. Let me just get them while I can, while they're still here, not on a boat somewhere. Oh man. Oh wait, what? He said kids don't build forts anymore. We used to build forts. We had one of my friends back in the day had like a whole like a foot locker full of those Afghan quilts that his grandparents made. We used to make all kinds of forts out of them. You'd take the chairs and put the backs of the chairs, like the back of this chair type of thing. Where is it? It's it's lower than the camera you can't see it, but we put like the backs of the chairs up and then put Afghan quilts around them. It was fun. We had a great time growing up. We played in junkyards, construction sites, anywhere dangerous. So the cool thing is where I grew up originally, so my parents bought a modular house, so like a development, and we would actually play in the development. We never went in the houses being built because we didn't want to mess them up or whatever. But we would play when they would dig out the foundation and be like a big old hole in the ground. We would play in that. We'd throw like rocks into it, and then we also had they had a fill pile in my backyard forever. It's like a 50-foot high fill pile, and we used to climb it. And then we had a sled. We had sled down the fill pile, which is literally just a mound of clay dirt, and it was fun. We just had a great time. But yeah, it was dangerous. We used to throw rocks at each other, and we made bow and arrows out of like the PVC pipe they leave on the construction site and like shoot them at like the big old dumpsters that they had, the construction dumpsters. We had a good time. And then we rode our bikes. When I finally learned how to ride my bike, it made everything better. Be a red grandfather. Oh jeez. The old days of stealing plywood from a construction site to build a fort are gone. I don't think we did that. We did do some dumpster diving here and there to build a fort in the woods. We did have a tree. We had a tree fort. Yeah, we had a tree fort. We would go through like hammers and nails and stuff. It was so much fun. I just got the new Age of Empire. Oh wow. That brings me back to like because we had Empire Earth, which is a PC game back in the day. It was so much fun. Matt really wants a 611 and HO. Oh man, Christmas is coming up. You can ask. You know, I can't. It won't be for me. You can ask. Some people in your immediate household might be able to hook you up with a 611. Running trains helps me reduce stress. Yeah, same here. Same with the live stream. You guys are so much fun, and every Monday it can be like the worst day ever at work or just the worst drive home. Like I had a very tough drive home today, but just coming in here and relaxing, hanging out with you guys really starts out the week on the right foot. And it's always so much fun hearing from you guys too. So just wanted you guys to know that a crazy, crazy day home or drive home. There we go. crazy day at work, just weird, a weird day, and then we have the holiday thrown in on a Thursday for Veterans Day. Any veterans in here, thank you so much for your time and service. But yeah, Veterans Day is Thursday, so it kind of throws a curveball in the week. I wish they'd push it back to Friday. I mean, you guys, I'm sure veterans would appreciate it. They can hang out with their buds and you know, have a couple drinks and not have to worry about work the next day. That'd be awesome. And actually, I was talking to one of my coworkers about that. I'm like, why don't they push Veterans Day to like, I guess it'd be the second Friday in November. That'd be awesome. You know, make it more of a holiday for people to so don't have to go to work the next day. You can do whatever you want. Oh, chat moved forward. I missed a bunch of comments. Um, if everyone's bike was in front, the kid's house, that's yeah. Yeah, but I have my bike in my backyard right now. What's going on? Nick's Crossing, Joker's Trains, doing all right. Hanging out with you guys. Always having a good time on Monday. Matt PG, um, huge fan of that. Oh yeah, that is a good. That is a fun series. JTT makes nice scenery products too. I'll have to look them up. I've never heard of them unless it's something. No, I'll have to check into them. Mom yelled at me at supper time. It was time to eat. Yeah. Yep. Glad you made it. Congratulations again on reaching 1,000. Whoa. Congrats. That's gonna be us and we're at I think 859 or 860 right now. So we're getting close. And when that happens, spread the word, everyone. We're gonna do a 24-hour stream to the best of my ability. It may be like a 20-hour or 23-hour stream because I heard that you can't stream like consecutively on YouTube, but spread the word. Once we get 1,000 subs, there will be a the best of the best that I can a 24-hour stream with probably small pauses in between so I can walk around and not be in a chair. Maybe we'll do some scenery stuff, run all kinds of trains, maybe have some guests over. That'd be a great idea. Having some like guest speakers maybe or maybe get some people together through StreamYard. Be a lot of fun. Got some corrugated sheets from JTT. I'll have to definitely look them up. I got some trees, ground cover. Look nice to me. Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. I've been in there a couple times. It can be it's an interesting store. It's a little expensive. They also play like the loop of Christian music. But during Christmas time, it's not as bad. It's just Christmas music. But like during the year, I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna turn into a pile of ashes at the front door. Oh man, just a joke. Mystic, I went to my local hobby shop this weekend. So those N scale engines are as expensive as O gauge. What? Yeah, that's like I said. You guys are catching up. You O scalers and HO guys. You will one day pay the price of the O scalers. Robert's back. Hey, and we used to bowl using a butterball turkey and a 2 liter Coke. Oh man, you worked at a grocery store with frozen turkeys. Oh man, that is so cool. Those are the things you do at work that like first job. Like my first job, I worked at a nursery. Like, it was like a garden shop nursery. I worked in the water garden section, and we did all kinds of crazy stuff. We had like go kart races. We did a forklift race once. We had these old, if you guys know, like the Yale forklifts, and we had TCM. Yeah, TCM. We actually did a forklift race. I won because I found the clutch, like the little pull out clutch underneath the dash. I cranked it up, and the one kid couldn't find how I was going so fast. We just flew. It was like a short race. It was like I don't know, 20 yards or something inside of a greenhouse. One day around closing time, but it was fun. We did a lot of stupid stuff when we were growing up. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, definitely. Come on over. It'd be awesome. I saw the FEC ES44 ACs. Man, it looked like oh, it looked nice, but ka-ching. Yeah. Florida Railroad Dog. Did you see that I wrote or I ran the Jeeps, the Jeep Nines, which right there. Did you see that? Those are so much fun, and I've got the passenger car set from MTH that I grouped with them. They look great. I love these FEC Jeep Nines with the red and gold. I did sell a BL2 at a last train show. It was a good locomotive, but it just, it wasn't for me. I do have a CNO BL2. I'm keeping that. That's one of my favorites. My BLI N scale 425, $300. Oh my god. Hobby Lobby doesn't have very much for scenery. They sell some stuff. It depends where you are, and sometimes they have like N scale ready to run kits and fun stuff like that. Panel. Oh, yes, pallet jack. Yeah, we used to ride pallet jacks, not at Kmart, but the last job I was at. You guys are fun. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, David and yeah, I was gonna say David and Matt served. Anyone else in here that, like I said, any veterans in the house, thank you so much. That is something I honestly I thought about in high school. Once I got out of high school, I was like, man, should I join the military? And it just never happened. It wasn't something I wanted to do, but I had some family that like really discouraged me from joining up. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Both power and non-powered, waiting for the last minute to. Oh no, yeah, eBay. Been on eBay a lot. It's so dangerous because it's like you see all this cool stuff, and it's just like, man, I can't. I could afford that. Then you look at the bid. It's like the craziest thing that I've seen recently on eBay. I filter out all my searches to buy it now. I don't like bidding because they have like the automatic bidders and stuff. So what I'll do is look for buy it now items, and sometimes they'll have a buy it now with a bidding price. It'll say like name your price. I think that's kind of cool. I haven't tried it yet. I just usually just do buy it now. So pretty cool. Having trouble finding Southern diesel locos in N scale. Oh man, you gotta get those F units that NS NS runs. They're sweet. Florida Railroad, 22 years, US Coast Guard Reserve. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I had it wasn't in the Coast Guard, was he? I think I had a relative in the Coast Guard. And then actually Nikki's my girlfriend Nikki's grandfather was in the Coast Guard during they call it peacetime, and he was in there for a while. So and he had a lot of fun. He said that they would do a lot of basically patrolling stuff like that. But it's important. Coast Guard, Coast Guard protects our coast. And right now, more than ever, with all the stuff going on down south, I'm sure Coast Guard is like, um, very busy right now, especially securing the whole, every coast of the U.S. right now. It's pretty crazy. I actually saw Baltimore has the Coast Guard. The what is it? I know it's a fort. I always forget what it's called, but it's near the Key Bridge. And those guys actually went to the harbor when the harbor place was a really cool place to go before it kind of shut down in Baltimore. My dad and I were there, and they actually drove up on their. They had a troop carrier boat and some other armored. I believe it was like I don't know what you would call it, some type of other watercraft, and they were fully like loaded with guns and everything because they're actually doing their rounds and stuff in the Chesapeake Bay, looking for, probably looking after container ships and things like that. And they wanted to come to Harbor Place to get dinner. And one guy's like, secure the weapons. They actually had like a weapons vault. They had big old big old machine guns on that boat. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, Matt, 4 years, U.S. Air Force missile loader. Oh man, yeah. Thank you so much. Was it the Coast Guard or the Merchant Marines? They were Coast Guard for this one. T4 and the Athearn blue boxes. Jeez. Oh wait, you guys are talking about Tycho Riverossi or yeah, Riverossi AHM. Yeah, those were the days. I had a couple Tycho engines. I gave them to RJ78. He actually has a really interesting looking, I think it's a Union Pacific locomotive. It pulls like a ton of cars and it's like a brick. It's from like the 70s or 80s. It's huge, but it pulls a ton of cars. So, yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, we got a request a long time ago for this close up of the GG1. We'll do that. Thank you all that serve, Matt and everyone. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Like I said, that's something that I honestly um I thought about, but I could never do. Honestly, it's like the ultimate life-changing choice to make joining the service. It's so cool. You guys served and everything. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna move the camera over, hopefully without giving you guys like vertigo here. Let's see. Tighten up the camera. Do, do, do. And there will be other chances to see the GG1 during the GG1 review that I'll be posting most likely tomorrow. I hope I can get it up tomorrow for this week's video. And then this weekend I'll have some other stuff coming out. Let me lower the camera just a hair. And radar, does your GG1 have cam motors or pull motors? These are pull motors, like Chinese pull motors. As you guys like to call them, pull less motors. Heard it from a couple of my viewers. You guys are so much fun. So yeah, here we go. Let me get this. Whoops. What the heck? The camera's like not cooperating. There we go. Would you look at that? Let's go this way. And down a little bit. There we go. I'll turn the light on too. Yeah, there's a close up on the GG1. Oh, there's the fire alarm. I don't know if you guys can hear that in town. I thought about the Navy, but I had a scholarship, so I went to college and went in debt. Oh, geez. Yeah, I actually thought about um, my grandfather was a Marine, World War II, and he actually really talked me out of it. He's like, "Don't do it, don't do it." But he had a rough career in World War II. Read some of the comments here. 4 years USMC USMC grunt. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is the 75-year anniversary Lionel GG1 operating pantographs. Um, these are crazy because these like to fall off. If anyone's ever had a Lionel GG1, these aren't really fastened down, they're just kind of pressed in. But yeah, this is the what 4829. And the funny thing is they chose um so Lionel chose to make a 75-year anniversary locomotive that was actually scrapped. Like this isn't one that's at like a museum or anything. They numbered it 4829, and 4829 was scrapped right after the Conrail era. So, I not the best choice of locomotive numbers. Maybe they should have named it like 48. Maybe they should have done like 4,800, old rivets, which would have been incorrect because that would have been a 76-year anniversary because old rivets was built in 1934. So this engine was built in 1935 and they named it or numbered it after an engine that or locomotive that was scrapped, which I think is kind of ironic. 4829 is I've seen pictures in it in both paint schemes with either the Brunswick or the Oxblood or Brunswick. What's the other one called? The Brunswick and the Tuscan. Tuscan, there we go. Just remembered that one. So I've seen it in both paint schemes, but for some reason they went with this paint scheme and numbering instead. And just for fun, I actually grouped it up with the Rail Express car, which did not come with this set, but it's actually a Williams refrigerator Rail Express agency car with Lionel trucks on it, like sprung trucks. It's pretty cool. Door opens and everything on this guy. Let's see. There you go. See the door opens on the side. Wow, 11 years. Holy moly. Grandfather was in the Army Air Corps before it became USAF. Yeah, same with my great uncle. He was yeah. Man, I should have ran a tank. I have a tank. I could put on the tracks. You guys would like to see that. Father was in Korean USMC. Wow. Yeah, I had another grandfather in Korean conflict or Korean. I call it Korean War. War is war. Um, and he was in the Navy. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll run this GG1 around. Let's get her out of here. I can show you guys the pond if you want. The pond's actually right behind the GG1. So let me get the remote. I got wires going everywhere. Nick, what do you run besides PRR? Oh man. Oh, Matt's gonna hop off. Great to see you guys. Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah, Matt, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you soon. I'll send you a text about this week. See if you're free. So I have a bunch of other railroad names. It's just I love Pennsylvania Railroad. It's not I don't want to call any railroad the best, but it's one of my favorites for sure. Whoops, wrong way. But I run a little bit of everything. Actually, the Hudson that I'm getting this week. Well, actually, I'll tell you guys, it's Boston and Albany, which is nowhere near where I live right now. It's a couple hundred miles north. I'm gonna be lazy and run the engine in reverse so it trips the switch. Whoops. I just reversed my train. Oh man, that was a mistake. I flipped the wrong switch. Oh man. Ballast looks great. Thank you so much. Yeah, check this out. Here, I'll show you guys. There we go. This is not kitty litter, I promise. I'm poor, but I'm not that poor. But honestly, kitty litter, I will try it. I will, you know what? We'll do a kitty litter shootout. I'll do, kitty litter versus woodland scenics. I bet you kitty litter is not far off. Oh, there's the shack. So David, there's the rail shack all lit up right there. Oh wait, there's a challenge. Someone brought a challenge. still have some rail challenges I need to do. Kramer's a rough place to be. Marine, yeah. For oh geez, yeah. I have N scale Camaro kit that I want to paint, and like the real one used to have. Oh wow, that train would look great on your layout, pulling your Polar Express passenger cars. Yeah, that's the new engine. I already told you guys what it is. I just have to review it and show you guys. So yeah, there's the rail shack with some scenery. I built the swamp right here. Came out um, not as good as I would like it to, but there's my water, and it suffered some casualties. My water level dropped and actually leaked all over the floor, so it's you know pretty crazy. So yeah, let me get the GG1 turned around. Um, Here I'll have to flip the switch back. My fault completely. So let me get this running again. But yeah, I'll do a ballast shootout. I think it'd be kind of cool. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna put this switch with that one, and then we'll run the train in reverse. Then I'll flip this switch for. There we go. The water looks nuclear. It's where the Toxic Avenger lives, of course. Yeah, see if I find like a Toxic Avenger coming out of the water. Metallic blue. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I do have that alien figurine. Maybe I can put him inside the shack. Kind of cool. Sorry guys, I was grabbing the alien figurine to put in that shack. Runs smooth. Yeah, yes, definitely does. The engine or the motors in the locomotive can get kind of cranky, but it's all good. Oh god, to end up on the floor. You need to get the number 54 Ballast tamper. Oh man, that's such a cool piece. Yeah, guys, look at this. Toxic Avenger right there. Put him. There's Nikki. She's alive. No, Catzilla. That's a negatory on the Catzilla. So we're gonna put the let me slow her down. Actually, hold up. Whoops. Didn't mean to put all stop on, but we're gonna hook up the little Toxic Avenger guy. Put him coming out of that shack right there. So we'll hot glue that. I got the hot glue gun warming up. Great idea. Someone said it's nuclear, so this guy looks pretty nuclear. He actually came with a oh, what was that? Hot Wheel? Oh no, it was Matchbox. It was a Matchbox what was it? Matchbox space set from a couple years ago. And it actually came with this alien. It's pretty cool. Nice, you brought out the big guns. What happened to the water? Did it melt the foam to end up on the floor? What it did was actually it seeped under a seam in the plywood, which I blocked all of this out so it wouldn't do that. But actually, this corner right there, in this area right here, it went through a seam in the floor or a seam in the layout table and actually leaked into a trash can. Now, what I'm hoping is that it ended up blocking this off, so I can maybe add more back to it once it's dried and everything. We'll have to do an experimental check, but I'm hoping that that problem is gone. It did really, it really upset me because that stuff's expensive, but I'm gonna have to wait to get more water for future use. So let's get the Toxic Avenger glued down here. Looks like the glue gun's ready. There you go. Cool. Sweet. All right, so check this out. Whoops. There you go. Can't zoom in with this camera. It's a fixed camera, but there it is. There he is coming out of the shack. Thought that looks pretty cool. What do you guys think of that? A little bit of a, you know, tribute to my I guess I don't know. I liked watching cheesy 80s movies back in the day, like Toxic Avenger and what Big Trouble Little China and um all the Death Wish movies. I love those movies. They're so much fun. Well, they're just like cheesy, violent 80s movies. But yeah, Toxic Avenger, definitely a B movie. And I think it works. He's got look at that, he's got like a shadow behind him too. I just saw that. So it's really spooky. Before this alien was actually up in the hobo village, but he's got his own little shack now, right around the toxic lake. I need some two-headed frogs. I don't know if Woodland Scenics makes those, but I'm sure I could make some myself. Looks awesome with the green light. Maybe that's the portal. Yep. Portal into another dimension. Reminds me of like Lost in Space. If any of you guys watched Lost in Space back in the day, like the old ones, they would always find themselves into like a portal or something or another dimensional space. It was so much fun. Like that show was perfect, honestly, for like, whoops, hitting everything with the webcam. So yeah, let me spin this back around. Here, we can actually run something other than the GG1. She's got a lot of runtime tonight. So there I am. Love Lost in Space. Oh, it was such a cool show. Like the old ones. I like watching the old ones too. Oh, what? You're building the Oh, yeah, yeah, I've seen those on your channel. So it's crazy. So a couple years ago, um my mom actually was when Netflix was only, if you guys remember, it was like online, then the disc would actually show up to your house, you'd watch the whatever was on the disc, mail it back out, they'll mail you a new one in return. My mom and I watched every episode of Lost in Space from the original series, not the new stuff, and I loved it. It was so cool, and it was kind of funny because when Lost in Space went to color, uh, what they did was kind of goofy. Like all the uniforms were black and white. They looked really sharp, looked just like Star Trek esque, and you could see like the influences back and forth between the shows. Doctor Smith was like the evil Russian spy, engineer, like super scientist, but he was a goofball. But when they did the show in color, Dr. Smith, I think, had a purple or pink shirt, and he was very flamboyant, like, in that time, so a lot of people, like, just made fun of it. It was like, "Well, he's got a pink shirt," and br I like the black and white. I think it kinda hid, um it made the set look better, as black and white wasn't as cheesy looking. It was a lot sharper, and you could get away with a lot of, practical effects with just black and white. But I love that show. I would love to watch it again, maybe rent the DVDs or buy the DVD box set. But I just remember the first episode, Dr. Smith he sneaks onto the space shuttle, and with what was it? Basically, it was, I forgot the robot's name. But yes, the one that, yeah, like T4 says, Danger Will Robinson. Like before he basically decommissions it as like a evil robot, potential evil robot. Yeah, sneaks on the ship with that thing. The assassination robot, I guess you could call it. Pretty cool. The light should keep him charged up to glow in the dark. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think he's glow in the dark, but that'd be so cool if he was. Slag Cat, yeah, Woodland Scenics water is very expensive. I used 5 or 6 plus. Oh wow. JTT. You guys are keep on talking about JTT. I gotta look him up. It sounds like he makes, or they make, lots of cool things. It was 60s hippie style. Yeah, once they went color, it looked ridiculous. I love the black and white. Everyone was lost in the 70s, lost in space, lost in the middle of middle of the earth. Love both of those shows. Yeah, definitely. B9 class M3 robot. Oh, yeah, I love the little pincher. It's such a classic design. If you see that robot, you're instantly like, oh, lost in space. And also like the weird like rovers that they had. They had like the people, it was like the people carrier that was like a six-wheel, like it looked like a hot dog, like a wiener mobile in space, like the Eskermeyer wiener mobile or whatever. Looked like that in space. Yeah, the chariot. Yeah, and it always had issues or whatever, and they'd meet some like humanoid alien in the middle of like a desert somewhere. It was fun. It was just a fun show. Sean, I watched 9 of your episodes of building the B9 robot. Oh man. I watched a couple of them. I have to catch up. That's pretty cool. I got some cool refrigerator cars. They're Atlas, Tropicanas. I've seen those cars in real life, and they're so cool. Yeah, it's there's actually a documentary. Um, a gentleman in Florida. I always forget his name, but he did a whole documentary on the Tropicana, and Nikki loves Tropicana train stuff. So we're gonna get a Tropicana one of these days. Me too. A lot of technical stuff and electronics. Awesome. Yeah, those are a lot of fun. Remember a cartoon Star War or Star Bazaars from the 70s? Huh. Oh, Star Blazers. Yeah, I love the explanation of the Star Wars Christmas special from it has like Carrie Fisher and it has all the original Star Wars characters in it. And it's like people have said it's like the worst the worst like special ever. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's kind of just hilarious. And I like the cartoon or the comic style cartoon they did with Boba Fett tracing down oh geez, Han Solo. Like the artwork is just spot on, really cool. Get some more coffee in me. I have one of the Tropicana boxcars. They're really cool. Yeah, the coolest reefer car I've seen of recent in person was a refrigerator car on a Q train. It had icicles at the top and had a painted penguin on the side. It was like in a like a cap or whatever, like a mitten cap, and it was a refrigerator car. I think it was a mechanical reefer. It was a 60 plus foot. It was a huge car, but actually had icicles painted on the side. And I forgot who makes them. I think Atlas and Weaver makes those cars. Star Wars Christmas special was very bad. Well, the thing is, I've only seen the remnants that are left. Apparently, it was destroyed or like um I don't know. It was deemed to be destroyed. I think it's funny. Like the ones on the BNSF had. It you know what? It probably was a BNSF because I remember taking pictures of it and sending it to a couple of my railroad friends to find it. Randall N scale, Cryos, and second quarter of 2022 HO should be soon too. Oh, I love the cryo trans cars. They're man, they're cool looking. I've been inside of one. They have one at the B&O Rara Museum. That's a lot of fun. Oh, did she find the cat? Cat has been located. Oh, good. Yeah, she's not up here because I was worried about my swamp. Cowboy Bebop, awesome sci-fi animated show. Oh man. So what engine I'm gonna think of an engine to run. Something different than Pennsylvania. Jerry, what's going on? How's it going, man? Reading and Northern moves quite a bit of cryo boxes. Yeah, I did see a couple of those. When we filmed the Penn Central Heritage Unit, I believe they had a couple cryo cars on there. I like the artwork on them. The orange and it's like that neon orange color really just pops. I love that orange. Favorite episode is Mushroom Samba. Oh, jeez. So yeah, we'll run something a little bit different. So let me choose something off the wall. Um here, someone pick something that you guys can see on the wall. Here, I'll move this over. Whoops. Whatever you guys want. Just other than the Conrail. Anything but the Conrail. Because we ran that last week. So someone choose something on the wall. The BNOs. Okay, that's one vote for them. Because I got the E7s. They're a lot of fun. If I find a small creature from the Black Lagoon, I'll send it to you. Oh, I would love that. That'd be so cool. Look that episode up. You'd have to watch that one for yourself. Oh, man. Alright, I gotta vote for Santa Fe. So that's 1 Santa Fe. Oh god, there's a New Haven. B&O sounds good. Chessie down below. Yeah, that's a U-boat, Chessie. That's 2 for F units. Okay. I can run the FT, which is, Santa Fe FT, which is like that one right there, and I can group it with an, dummy A unit. That'd be kinda fun. But yeah, we could do that. Um, yeah, the Chessie U-boat, that's a NPC. I would run the New Haven, but I've gotta run everything with the command setup. Alright, so that's okay, Santa Fe. We'll run the F units or we'll run the FT and one of the other A units with it. So give me a second, I'll grab those. Oh man, we can run the E7s after this. There's another one called Toys in the Attic, that's pretty good too. Oh man, I've been watching, Goosebumps. If you guys remember Goosebumps, it might be a little bit after some of your guys' time, or your kids watched it, but Goosebumps is back on Netflix. I've been, like, watching all of those, bringing me back to my roots, my old stomping ground of, Fox for Kids. Remember that? If you guys remember that channel, which I believe became either Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, something like that. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Goosebumps. All right, I'm gonna take the GG1 down, put her back on the wall. I think the only CNO you have is a switcher. I've got a BL2 downstairs, all the way in the basement, but maybe we'll run that next week. How about that? We'll run that next stream. I'll have the BL2 up. Um, I don't know why it's downstairs. I'm gonna stomp out of the room. It's just a U-boat. You'll be fine. But no, I'll run the CNO next week, and I also have the 624 switcher that's somewhere up here. Man, my kids watch Goosebumps. Oh, it's such a good show. Here, I'll grab the F units and the FT makes sounds and all that fun stuff. So you guys will like it, I promise. There we go. Do, do, do. All right. That was easy enough, right? Yeah, it's so funny. A GG1 has like what 20 wheels. Takes you a little bit to put on the track. Takes 2 seconds to just lift up and put it on a shelf. Getting a swig of water. Ken's back shop. How's it going? Guy Williams also played Zero before he was in Lost in Space. Oh man. There she goes. There we go. Nice and smooth. Missed a couple comments up there. Fox Kids, I think, became Fox Box, then Four Kids, then finally Vortex. Oh man, that really takes me back. I just made the mistake of picking up 6 HO chassis system GPs, and now I need to put DCC. Oh man, you'll have fun with that. It's gonna cost a lot. When you started watching a show that was similar to Goosebumps but had a different name, was it R.L. Stein's Haunting Hour by any chance? Because there is a show that R.L. Stein came out with recently called Haunting Hour. There's also another one they brought back. Are You Afraid? Or wait, was it Are You Afraid of the Dark? They brought that back. Nickelodeon did like a rehash of it, and it's actually on Netflix. It's really good. I think the older one's better, but still a pretty cool show. It was on Netflix. All I can remember. I bet that's it. Haunting Hour. Yeah, that's a good one. They took those off Netflix, I thought, but my friend and I actually went through each episode and watched it. It was awesome. Yeah, this FT is right before Lion Chief. It's actually very responsive with the remote, but this is right before the Lion Chief. So this is conventional controlled. Came with a set of 3 passenger cars. I actually did a review on this if you guys would like to see it. Uh, it's on the channel. But this is the Santa Fe Super Chief FT set. Here, I'll actually bring her in the station. Here we go. Was that 2010 or 2011? I believe 2011. Um, yeah, definitely. Yeah, 2011. Right before the whole Lion Chief remote conversion. Now, the funny thing is Lionel painted the lead unit here. This is the wrong color red. So they did a recall, which I didn't know about. So apparently this is like a contraband locomotive because BNSF didn't appreciate they painted it the wrong color. So they wanted them all back. And apparently what they gave out was what they gave you back was a Lion Chief version of this locomotive. And I'm actually glad I got the conventional style rather than the Lion Chief because I prefer the conventional over the Lion Chief. But this is a great little engine. So it also has the crew talk if you hit the horn. Oh, I cut him off. Of course, it's going to go in reverse because, or not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, definitely. I think this has a great sounding soundtrack and horn and bell on here. We get her moving here in a second. There we go. Love putting some speed into these engines. There we go. Yeah, the Menards. That Menards. What was it? The F7A. I think it was pretty cool. I wish they put a little bit more detail into like the sound and stuff. I thought the horn was kind of weak, but it's a cool little engine. I almost picked one up, but 200, well, 199 more people purchased it prior to I thought about purchasing it, and it wouldn't go through. The transaction wouldn't go through. It said sold out. I was like, oh man, I was so close to buying one. I should have bought one. Conrail, what's going on? Was running a Mark set. What set was that? I love Mark's trains. They're pretty cool. I wanted that Menards train as well. Yeah. I think, honestly, if they'd come out with improvements to basically have a better sound program, smoother motor operation, and some other like little details here and there, I think it'll be a great piece. Here we go. Whoops, go this way. Yeah, once this track was ballasted over, it almost looks like a Gargraves or Atlas track with a lot of ballast under it. It's pretty crazy. I was actually surprised of how well this ballast came out. Like here's the here, I'll back her up so you guys can see the entire turn here. Even getting close to the table edge, like right there, worked out really well. Here, we'll leave it right. Well, we'll do that. Whoops. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Marks, all states. Oh, that's a cool set. Oh man. Hey Nick, what was the tank on the flat car doing on the back of the passenger train? Um, it's I don't know. I thought it was fun. It's actually a tank flat car, but the I think it's like a little God, what tank is it? I think it's a little Sherman tank. I don't know where it's at, so I put the British tank on the back for fun. Menard's engine was a pretty good looking locomotive. Yeah, I agree. My nephew liked my Lion Chief remote and or likes my Lion Chief remote, and the Menards was priced well, so maybe next time. Yeah. Jay, what's up, man? How's it going? You missed it. I was running the GG1, but now we're running the Santa Fe FT. T Ford is the Menards guy. T Ford, they will also probably raise the price. Yeah, they'll probably raise it a couple dollars or so. Popsicle box cars behind the GP60s. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, surprisingly enough, this engine can crawl. I mean, this little where is it? Oh, she's all the way over there. I'll follow it. Nope. To say, don't you stop on me. You got to keep on going. A little bit more. There we go. Hey, look, it's Jamie in the window. Oh no. The Marks also wasn't that set sold through Sears? I thought it was sold through either Sears or Montgomery Ward's, or Montgomery Ward Company might have sold that as well. I'm not exactly sure, but I know Montgomery Ward did sell trains. Their secret is in huge mass production, just the opposite of Lionel, MTH, and Atlas. They actually looked really good behind those units. I'm sure they did. I mean, that's a cool set of trains. That was a fun movement or an adventure. Oh yeah, the Bud cars and all that stuff. T4, as soon as they pop up, I'm going to be all over them. Yeah, those engines, once they go for sale again, can't wait. Hey, Colleen, how's it going? All right, so what was the other engine that we were going to run tonight? Were they the B&Os or Chessie? I'll do one more lap with the FT. You guys name the loco, I'll run it. Unless you guys want to see a steam engine, that's a whole different ballpark. Sean, Jesse. All right, let's see. Okay, we'll run the Chessie. Which one? The U-boat? All right. Oh, the Amtrak that you caught. Sweet. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. The Bloody Nose Amtrak. Such a cool looking locomotive. Like seriously, a really nice tribute to the past. So yeah, I guess we'll run the U-boat with these cars and everything. Oh man. Lehigh River, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night. So yeah, we'll run those. Yeah, I got the Chessie U-boat, and then yeah, like I said, the BL2 is in the basement of the house. I would run that, but I would have to go down like 3 flights of steps, which it's probably not happening tonight. So next Monday I'll run the BL2 for you guys, or the new end. Actually, I'll probably end up being the new engine, but we'll put the BL2 up here. So let me get these out of here. This thing's really hot too. Like, yeah. It smells like melting plastic. Love it. Oh, gotta do some rearranging here. Do that and that. All right, so Chessie is right here. Whoops. All right. Is it on the track? Of course not. Here we go. Oh. There's that one. Okay. It's on. Prepare for the buzzing E unit of an MPC engine. Oh, is T4 heading out too? It's time to say goodnight. Hope everyone has the best week ever. Night, Nick. Excellent stream as always. Oh, T4, thank you so much. Got to catch up on your videos. Your awesome project of that amazing layered layout, man. I got to catch up on those. But thank you so much for stopping by and the kind words. Let's get the. There you go. And this engine's nice and quiet. No horn or anything. This little baby O-27 U-boat going around the track. It's a fun little engine. Yeah, we'll get it going around the curve. Whoops. We go back a little bit further. Yeah, this one actually updated the I put LEDs in it because the other lights were just way too bright and it was like shining through the shell. I was afraid it was going to melt a hole in it. So this engine is not only Western, well, Chessie, but it's also Western Maryland. Whoops. Here, I'll put it in neutral for you guys so you can see the LEDs. But yeah, this one, whoops. Is it still trying to go forward? What's it doing? There we go. I think it's trying to crank in reverse. Nah, she tricked me. I just want it in neutral. Nope, not going to happen. So the LEDs actually put one in the rear and this side here, and then a cab LED, and then one in the front for a headlight. So you see it go around, you'll actually see the whole back lights lit up. And then these cars also have LEDs in them for nice aesthetics, but I was just worried that the incandescent bulbs it came with were going to melt a hole right through the frame. And this actually, I think this engine came with the Lionel. It's a limited edition set, and it came with a CNO Western Maryland caboose, the radioactive car, a Citgo tanker, I believe a commemorative Lionel box car, and a crane car too, a CNO crane car, which is somewhere under the platform. But it's actually a limited edition set. But yeah, I do love this paint scheme too. The rainbow scheme, so nice. I've actually seen one of these in person. The B&O Railroad's got I think it's a GP. Oh god, a GP30. In this paint scheme, it's actually the background of my computer. Yeah, Ozark. This engine does run really quiet. I've done a lot of work to it to get her at that point of running quiet, but works great. I think it's a U30. Let me look it up really quick. It's a Lionel U30C. This is a Lionel. Oh god, I just saw the numbering on it. I gotta find it. 8061. Let me look that up really quick. It's a U36. U36C diesel locomotive, or sorry, 6-8061. And it is a limited edition, so that's pretty cool. We can actually do some switching with her. Put that over here. If it wants to reverse, let's see. I guess the reverse unit's stuck on it. Yep. This engine will fly around. It's pretty cool. There we go. Not too shabby. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot the see if he still works. My Iceman. Make him do some work. Do you guys want to run any steam engines before we call the stream? You guys have any requests on any like post-war or newer stuff? Whoops, making all kinds of cranky noises. You can swap this out for a post-war locomotive if you guys want. Make some smoke up here. Be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, this is my only Rainbow Scheme chassis that I have at the moment. It's a really cool scheme, and the Western Maryland. That's what the WM is on there for, and that's Western Maryland chassis. So there's pretty much a merger between Baltimore and Ohio chassis system and Western Maryland. Mostly became just chassis system, which you guys know today as CSX, and apparently CSX merged with a ton of railroads like Seaboard and a bunch of others, all up and down the coast. And Chessie was kind of like the last hope before it became, you know, CSX as we know it. But still a cool little story with this locomotive. I don't know if they actually had U-36Cs on on the Western Maryland chassis, but it's a really cool piece. You never know. Yeah, we'll run a post-war steam engine. I got to see if I can find. Yeah, we'll run a post-war steam engine. I love post-war. Yep. Oh yeah. I think most of us like post-war. It's just such a cool time period with all the cool trains. Sean, thank you so much for stopping by. Running the chassis, not a problem, man. Have a great week as well. I'll catch up with you later. We'll see ya. I'm gonna take this chassis back to the shelf, and we'll get. I'll find a post-war engine we can run. How about that? All right, here's. Um, I need. Where are you? Oh, cool. I don't know if she can. Oh, that's... There we go. All right, guys. Why not? We'll run. I don't know if this engine can do it, but we'll try. All right, so we have a Lionel 2026. Here, I'll turn the light up on it. There you go. So hopefully she can do this. Slag Cat. There are a bunch under the CSX umbrella. I'm sure there are. B&O, CNO, Western Maryland formed chassis system. I think their roads still operated as independent companies, but had some cooperative agreement. Probably. Oh, it's pulling it. It's doing really well. Look at that. 2026 can do it. It can do it. Here. Oh, wow, there's the smoke. Yeah. Put you guys over here. Oh, wow, it's going to smoke this room out. Look at that smoke. Holy crap. I'll turn the lights up a little bit. Brian Rock, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great week. Have a great night. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, this engine smoked out the room. Check this out. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. I don't like these lights. I'm gonna change the lights up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to have some smoke up here. Why not? Oh, it's nice and quiet too. I love it. Here, we're gonna come around the bend. So what we'll do is actually. Oh, is it locked? I think I locked this one. We'll switch the. Oops. I wanted to go down the station side. Huh. Does not want to go in reverse. Nope. It's being finicky. Look at all that smoke. Hey, Ozark, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night. Bill B. I'll call you Bill from now on. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, we're gonna go around a couple more times, then we'll call the stream. So yeah, but 2026 is a great engine. Cannot remember if it has the Magna traction or not. Most likely not. I think it's a little too early for the Magna traction. And then by the time they recreated the 2026, I think they stopped doing the Magna traction. There we go. Shoo. All right. Yeah, this whole room's really nice and smoky. I love it. Look at all that smoke. Yeah. I can smell that smoke all the way from here in Missouri. Oh man. Yeah, this is pine scented smoke. Not my favorite, but it's what's left in the engine. I'm gonna burn it out until, well, not burn out the smoke. I'm gonna burn the smoke fluid out and then maybe put in some of the Christmas scents up here. You know, getting that time of year. Got some new spicy scents that you can throw in there. I've got like, well, pina colada, and I think I did a review on it. But yeah, this whole room is smoky. I love it. And the great thing is, smoke detector is right above my head and hasn't gone off. You know, knock on wood here. But yeah, um, but yeah, guys, just real quick as a recap, I've got some videos coming out this week, so I'm hoping to get the GG1 review on the 75 anniversary set of the GG1. I've got that set. I'm going to put the review up. It's already been filmed. I just need to edit that down, get it on the YouTube, and this weekend I should have some other things planned out. And if I get that new engine, maybe I'll have another review up this week, but we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call a stream. It's getting pretty late. It's like 10:40 ish Eastern Standard Time over here. I've got work nice and early in the morning, but stay tuned. I've got a lot of stuff going on with this layout. As you guys can see, we're in the scenery phase right now. The whole town will be paved. I promise it's not going to be a fuzzy snow wonderland forever. I'm going to work in the rear of the platform, bring it up front. So parts like this pond here that, yeah, it's still drying, still doing its thing. Um, Stuff like that's gonna have to wait until it dries, and then I can do more scenery stuff. But right now I'm in the ballasting phase, um, getting the buildings set where they have to go. But we are able to film reviews up here now, so you guys are gonna see more Nick's reviews on. I want to concentrate more on rolling stock than engines. Everyone loves engines, but I'd love to do some more reviews on like some basic rolling stock, maybe like short videos on rolling stock, and run them around a couple times, something like that. Maybe like 3 4 minute videos. I think it'd be a lot of fun. If you guys would like to see that, let me know. I think it'd be kind of cool going over some cars and running around a couple times with the camera and posting a review. But anyways, guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. Anyone watching the replay, I know we have some viewers that watch the replay as well because they're not able to make it every Monday night. But thank you all so much. We hit 860 subs tonight, so it's been amazing, and you guys have been so supportive and awesome to hang out with, either on Monday nights or just in comments. And you guys are so much fun. Honestly, it's been a rough 2 years, and you guys have made it that much better every day. Um, you know, just hearing from you guys. Oh man. Jesus, good night, Nick. Everyone, thank you so much. Great stream like always. Oh man, see you next Monday. Have a great week. You too. Stay safe out there. Um, Definitely staying rolling stock. Okay, okay. And then, oh, good night as well, Slag Cat and Randall. Enjoy the stream. Take care, all. Thank you, David. Great live. Thank you so much to my mods. Several mods in here tonight. Thank you all so much for keeping things. Well, we didn't have any disturbances tonight, but there are a couple of shysters of the matter. But so far, so good. But everyone, thank you so much for joining me in this live stream. Anyone watching the replay that hasn't subscribed, always consider subscribing, and always hit that bell. For everyone, even in the chat right now, make sure you hit that bell, because sometimes YouTube doesn't put out notifications when they should be out, and you guys might miss a video or two. So, anyways, everyone, I'll see you later. Happy railroading. I'll catch you again. Be safe. Have a great week. Stay positive. Play with your trains. It's almost Christmas time, so you got to play with those trains. Gives you a good excuse to set up trains under the tree. So, everyone, have a great night. See you later.